Hello, my name is Diego Rodriguez. I'm with Maximum Talent. The hardest thing about being an actor is working with appropriate realizations and expectations. I think everybody in Colorado wants to be a big league actor, but short term that's probably not going to happen. So you've got to be able to sort of be strategic in how it is that you're going to become from point A to point B to point C to point Brad Pitt, Johnny Depp, all these big guys. So that's it. It's trying to figure out the right steps to take so you can get to that point. I love being in Colorado one day, see myself being a pretty major actor. So that's sort of it, trying to balance realism with optimism. Scariest movie moment. I think that there are a lot, and you can look at it from an intellectual standpoint of what is scary intellectually. And if you look at it from that point of view, I would say that if you look at any major Hollywood A-production movie, when I look at movies that are doing really well just because they've got A-list actors, I feel like that's scary in and of itself because of what it says about our society. But then just flat out scary, you have to look at The Exorcist. That moment when the little girl turns her head around is freaking frightening. You look at that, you're like, how is this possible? And that movie is like 30 years old, maybe 40 at this point. I believe it was made in the 70s. So you've got a situation where even though that movie is that old, still frightening to this day. Doesn't even have like CGI or anything. It's just straight up scary, very psychologically thrilling kind of thing. I'm really intense when I act. See, a lot of actors that I've met, they talk a lot about like the method acting. I do a lot of research. I try to understand what my demographic is going to be. So if I'm doing a commercial, look at what they're targeting and why. And then I really try to understand what my self-connection is to the piece, even if it's an infomercial, and especially if it's a narrative film. You've got to study what is this character all about, and you have to make appropriate choices so that whenever you're acting, you're intelligent. But you do all of this prep work, and once you're done doing the prep work, then you just go and you don't think about what you're doing. You just let yourself be natural. And that's what I try to do. I try to be very intuitive with those decisions. So yeah, I process it a lot more than most people. I work pretty hard at it. But that's why I love acting. You can see some really incredible payoff if you invest your energy.